Hello, and welcome back to another video of Charts with Cart. As always, I'm your man Carter, about to bring you through the latest and greatest in the action of silver metal. Now, as always, this is not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, and never risk more than you can afford to lose when you trade. Now, today we are jumping right into silver, where I think we're heading next week, where I think we're heading in the coming months, and where I think we're heading in the coming years. All will be answered for free today in this video. I will also share my top play in silver at the very end. But without further BS, here's the chart of silver trading at $31.18. So on the daily chart, we see a couple of resistance lines. Well, this line here is actually no longer resistance. It is now support because we closed and confirmed above it here in early July. And then we headed to this resistance level right here. So as soon as we close above this level here at around 31.40, that to me is what's going to send us to new local highs. So we're going to take out this 32.50 level and we're going to head higher. Now, before then, I think it's highly probable we'll check back to sub $30 one more time before we push up. So, do we have to check back to sub $30? No, but to me, it's highly probable we will reject at this resistance, come back to retest this level as support. It was prior resistance, now will be support, and then I think we'd catch a bid off that level. All right, looking at the weekly chart of silver, you can see that we have recently flipped this former resistance level and it's now support. So this region here between 26 and 29-ish dollars, this was former resistance all through here, here, here. You flip it, it's now support. So as long as silver stays above this level here at $26, we're looking bullish. But I start to change my opinion if we drop $26. I don't think we will drop $26. But if we start trading below $26 on silver, we might be in a little trouble. Now, I don't think we will, but it's very key for the next part of the video that I'll explain in greater detail. But other than that, we're seeing a stochastic RSI cross on the weekly. This is incredibly bullish for silver. The last one we experienced down here, well, we quite literally went from around $22 to around $32. So this was a huge cross up, and we're about to see another one potentially that I think could take us to this resistance up here, somewhere between 36 or 35.5 to 37.5, and potentially even a little higher. I'm going to get to that in a later part of this video as well. All right, so we're now looking at the monthly chart of silver here, and what do we see? We see that we're bullishly engulfing last month's candle. Now, 19 days left in this month. However, it's a beautiful monthly candle so far. Let's see if this price action continues. We're trading in this parallel channel here with resistance that would be above our heads at around $38, just a little under 38. Keep that number in the back of your mind. We're going to come back to it. All right, and now we're going to jump into a little wave analysis. I'm going to show you the highest probability scenarios, starting with the biggest scenario. I believe this is a very high probability supercycle wave count we are looking at now. And now here it is on the screen. It quite literally starts in 1991 and is relevant to present day. Now, where do I think we are in this wave count? Well, this is another high probability setup. All right, and boom, now my cycle wave count is on the screen, and you can clearly see we are now in the third wave of the last wave of the super cycle. I hope that makes sense. And where am I targeting for this third wave? Let's look at the weekly chart. So for this cycle wave 3, I'm targeting somewhere up here. How do I get that number? By drawing another wave within this wave 3. So this is the count I'm seeing as being the most probable right now. I promise you this is the last wave count we're going to get into. And how do I target this primary wave count's wave 5 in this cycle's third wave, in this super cycle's fifth wave? Yeah, I know that was a lot of impressive words in a row. By using a fib extension, I'm going to start at this wave here, take it to our third, and drop it down. We get a 618. Length of a wave 1 through 3 high, drop it to the bottom of wave 4, it targets the $38 level for this 5th primary wave, which would be the 3rd wave in the cycle before we see a correction. So there is a lot of confluential resistance around the $35.50 to $38 level. That's where I think silver is going to top this year at around $38. I think with that weekly stochastic RSI crossing up, we are starting our push up to the $38 level. That's where I think we're going to see a major correction off of. And remember, earlier in the video, I said it's crucial that we cannot drop below this $26 level. This is why right here, because we would then overlap this wave 1. That would break this wave structure, therefore invalidating it, and we'd have to look at this count over again. Also, to keep our cycle in mind, when we correct for this wave 4 correction eventually, we are going to have to hold this level right here at around $30.20. We will not be able to go anywhere south of $30.20 once we have our next leg up, or we're going to have to reevaluate the cycle because we can't overlap with this count. So once we head up to the $35 to $38 level, it would ruin our wave count if we dropped below $30 again. Now let's say we go up to $38 and don't correct south of $30, where would the ultimate target be? Because remember, this was the 3rd wave in this cycle, and this cycle was ultimately the 5th wave of a larger super cycle. I'm targeting around the $50 level. Let's explain more on the monthly chart. Alright, so why am I targeting a $50 top on silver? By the way, I think that $50 top on silver might take a year or 2, maybe even 3 years to come into fruition. I don't believe this is happening overnight. But anyway, why $50? Because of a couple chart patterns. One, the double top. This is going to be steep resistance to get through. We came up to this $50 level in April of 2011. This will be steep resistance. Also, because of another visible chart pattern you see right here. For our purposes right now, I'm going to run a not so perfect line of support through our screen. Also, for our purpose, I'm going to run a straight line from here to that level, and I'm going to drag this line right here. Now, why did I just do that, and why does it connect so perfectly to this double top? Well, I don't know why it connects so perfectly to the double top. The charts are just awesome. But because, look at this. This is a cup and handle pattern. It's like an 11-year-long pattern. And to get a technical target, we took the low of the pattern to the neck or the cup line, and we extended that cup line to the scene of the breakout. Extends perfectly to $50. That's where I think we could get on silver. Alright, so at the beginning of the video, I said I was going to go over my top play in silver. Well, this is First Majestic Silver Corp, ticker AG, trading on the TSX at $9.07. So, what do we see on the weekly chart? Resistance at the top of the parallel, support at the bottom. Simple as that. We printed a bullish engulfing at the center of the parallel channel. I love the center of my channels. If the channel is good, that center line can offer as support. It can offer as resistance. Now, my target in the next coming up weeks is going to be at around $10.50. Break that, you head up to this resistance here at around 13. What happens if we break 13? I do eventually think we will, maybe not overnight. However, when we do, because I think we will break above $13, my next target would then be closer to $21, the golden pocket. But there's also a more minor level at around $18.50. So, yeah, there's a lot of potential upside on AG. It's a silver play that I'm really looking forward to seeing how it plays out. Alright, thank you for watching another video of Charts with Cart. If you like the content, please subscribe and even consider joining the Patreon. Have a good one. People fly,